Hi everyone, welcome back to Dynamics Academy YouTube channel. Dynamics Academy brings you video course on Dynamics 5, Power Platform, Azure and Microsoft 365. So in this video, we are going to talk about how you can configure a security role in Dynamics 5 customer engagement application. So Dynamics 5 customer engagement has a very strong security structure. We have security roles, we have business unit, we have teams and etc. And also we can configure security at field level as well as using the hierarchy level. Now, I'm going to talk about how we can configure a security role within the CA application as a system admin. So by configuring means you can create a new security role, or you can configure the existing security role by changing the details or changing the privileges and etc. Once it is configured as a system admin, you can assign it to a set of users or a team and etc. So I'll be sharing my screen and show you how you can configure a security role. So stay tuned.
So in this video, we'll talk about security roles in Dynamics 5 customer engagement. A security role is a set of privileges and access levels using which we can assign that role to a set of users or team so that they can perform certain operation in Dynamics 5 customer engagement. What I mean by that is, if a user or a team in the customer engagement application want to access a set of records or to perform any operation, that user or team should have a set of privileges. So that can be assigned with the help of a security role. So by default, in Dynamics 5 customer engagement, you get a set of security roles. We got around 44 security roles. Depends upon the version, it changes. So each of the security role contains two things. One is a set of privileges, and second one is a set of access levels. A privilege is nothing but the set of, I would say, like the privileges again, which you can get once that security role is assigned to you, such as read, write, create, update, delete, assign, assign to, etc. There are 8 privileges like that. So every security role contains these 8 privileges that you can configure as a system admin. Then comes the access levels. Basically, there are 5 access levels. First one is none. Then there is user level, business unit level, parent-child business unit level, and the last one is organization level. So these access levels define at what level in the organizational hierarchy a user with a particular security role can assign, access a record or perform operation on a record. So we have a set of security roles. You can configure them. You can create more of them. You can customize the existing one. We can assign that to the users and team. These are the things you can do. But one thing, you need to be a system admin or a system customizer in order to perform all these operations. So let's get started. So if you want to access security role, you have to navigate to settings area. So click on this gear button, go to advanced settings. Then you go to settings and go to security. So inside security, we have many other items. So we'll navigate to security roles. Yeah, so this is what you get. So these are the list of security roles in the system available. So I got 50 of them. By default, we get somewhere around 44. Yep. So some of this named as like account manager, activity feeds, CEO business manager, customer service manager, customer service representatives, field service administrator, dispatcher, field service resource, etc. In addition to this, you can also create your own security roles. So let me just open the very first one that I have over here. And what it contains, it basically contains a role name and which business unit it belongs to. Then you have the set of core records and the privileges. So what you're seeing here is the name of the security role. And on different tabs, you get the list of entities. So this is the core records. So you can see the list of entities over here. And then there you have the privileges over here. 8 privileges there are. Create, read, write, delete, append, append to, assign and share. So depends upon I configure the security roles over here. A user with this particular security role will get that privilege on that particular entity. So this is 3-dimensional. First dimension, we have the entities as rows. Then you have the 8 privileges as columns. And then at the bottom here, you can see the legend. So these are the access level, 5 access levels. This is the least one and this is the highest one. Yeah. So a combination of these three things, the particular entity, the particular privilege and the access level. So what this one means is this particular security role called account manager allows a user or a team to perform create operation of account records at the business unit level. So what this one means, for example, share mean. This security role allows a user to perform share operation of the account at organization level. That means the user can share this account record to anyone in the organization. So I can change it. Being a system admin or system customizer, I can change it. This is the least one, user level access, business unit level access. Click again. This is a parent child business unit level access and this is a organizational access. So like this we can configure it. So this is not recommended configuring like this. Instead, you can copy an existing security role. I can configure that. We'll talk about that. So these are the operations available here. I can save the security role after I make the changes. Then I can save and close. And then I have save and create new. Or I have some more options like delete one or copy a role. These are the set of operations I have. So here you have seen the list of security roles. I have the option to delete it, enable disable filters, etc. So these are the list of, and here I can see the business unit. So in one organization you will get multiple business unit and the security role belong to one particular business unit. We'll talk about business unit in another video. So this is my root business unit and these are the security roles. Okay. So now if I want to customize a security role, I have already shown you that. Just open that particular security role. Come here, go to the particular tab where you want to customize the field and then select the entity and then click on that particular bubble and click on it and then configure the access level. So you find the particular privilege that you want to change, then you just find the access level and set it and configure it. Finally, just save it. That's how you do it. So like I mentioned, this is not recommended. Rather, you create a new security role and then you make the changes. Now, how to create a new security role? There are two ways to do it. One is from scratch, that is by clicking here. And the second one is by copying an existing security role. Or in other words, I would say like cloning a security role. So let me try the first option first. Click on new. So for example, if I just want to create an HR manager security role for my root business unit, what I'll do is I'll just click on new here. So this is what I get. I just need to mention HR manager India. That's the name of the security role, which I can change later, but the business unit I cannot change here. So I have selected root business unit over here, which has the same name as that of my organization. Yep. And then I just click save. So a new security role is being created now. It will be empty. So once it is created, now our next job is just configuring the privileges and access level. I'll go to the core records. Now what this user should get access to. So I'll select account at business unit level or parent child business unit level. And I configure each of this. If I don't mention anything over here, means that this user doesn't have any privilege to perform append and append to operation or assign operation, etc. So the same way I can just configure whichever records I want to. So once you have your requirement with you, then it is pretty clear to you, right? You have to look at, okay, what this particular security role or a user with the security role should do. Based on that, you can configure each of these privileges. Now, while looking at this, you will think like, okay, it takes a lot of time to configure all of this. That user might need access to 10 or 15 or 20 or maybe 100 entities. So what will do in that situation, right? So you have an easy way to do it. One is you click on the entity name and you can see that all these privileges are changing at the same point at the same time. Then you can configure whichever you needed. Otherwise, you just click on the column header. You can see everything is changing together. And wherever you need more changes, you can click on that. Then you can go to the next tab. Same way you can configure wherever you need changes. You can mention that. So it will take some time if you are creating a security role from scratch, but that is okay. This is a one-time job. Hardly you're going to change it next. But if you want to configure a security role like this, you should have very proper design. Otherwise, in the future, it might make issues. Okay. So here I assume I do have a design. Based on that, I'm just configuring the security role. Alright, so like that, I go to service, then I find entities and configure it. I'm done, then I just say save. So that security role has been saved. I can just go ahead and check that one. This is the one. So now this security role just been created. I haven't assigned this to any users. So once I assign this one to user or team, then only it make any difference in the system. So how to assign it to a user? I will show you that one. So this is one way of creating a security role. The second way of creating that one is, for example, I need an account manager for India. So that account manager security role would be something very similar to the generic account manager security role I have here. So what I should do, instead of creating something from scratch, I can go to actions, and then I say copy role. So what it will do, it will trying to copy a role. So here I just need to give a name. So I like account manager India. Yeah. Open the new security role when copying is completed. Okay. So the copying is happening now. Cloning is happening basically. So once it is done, I will have a new security role created. It will open up. So I got the new one. Click on that one. It will be exactly the same as the previous one. I mean, it got cloned. Now I can go to the security role. For example, for the Indian account manager, I need more privileges for account create, less privileges for read, less privileges for update, less privileges for delete, etc. If I want to give, I can configure only those. Wherever if I want to remove anything, I can do that. For example, for campaign, I don't need to assign him at all. I remove that. Marketing list also. Yep. So wherever I need to remove that, I remove it. Wherever I need to configure it, it's easy. I don't need to start from scratch. So that's how I can clone a security role from another one. So these are two ways you can create security roles. So once you have the security role, you have to assign that to user or team. That's what we are going to do next. So what I'll do is I'll just go to the same security area, that is settings, security and user area, where I go, and then I go to the users. So this is the area where you can see the list of all the users in my CRM organization. So there will be many. So I'll be able to have an option to create a new user over here, then delete a user, etc. I'll look into that later. So what I am going to do is I just need to find out one user over here. For example, this user. And then I need to assign this particular new security to that user. We have created two, account manager India and HR manager India. I need to assign one of this into this user. I select the user, then I get a lot of options available over here, such as edit the user, approve email, reject email, etc. And also manage security roles. Click on manage roles. So I'll be able to find the security role which is assigned to this user already. I haven't assigned anything. So I can just find out the account manager role over here. And then click OK. That means this security role has been assigned to this particular user. And he will get all the privileges that is mentioned under the security role. Yeah. Now to this user, I can remove it again. I click this one, manage role, I can remove it. That way I can do, then click save. Or if I want to give multiple security role to this user, for example, account manager and HR manager together, that doesn't make much sense in the real life, but still, I just say account manager and HR manager privileges over here. Let me find the HR manager over here. Here we go, HR manager India, click OK. So one user can have multiple security role assigned to it. Now, the next thing what you have to look at is how we can assign a security role to a team. A team is nothing but a group of users. I'll go to security. I'll go to teams. Select one or more teams. So I can see only one team over here. Let me just select all the user existing. So here I have all. Yeah, there are multiple teams I have. So I just select this team BPO. Then I go to manage security roles. And then I select one or two. So what will happen if I select account manager or account manager India or some other security role to this user? all the privileges mentioned in this security role or roles will be assigned to all the members in the BPO team. So if I have 15 people in this BPO team, then the privileges will be assigned to all these users. So they'll all get the same set of privilege. Okay, that's what we did. So just to summarize, what we did is we talk about security roles, how to create a security role using cloning option as well as creating from scratch. Then we have seen how we can assign a security role with a user or team. I believe this video is useful to you. If you have any questions or comment, you can mention that in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.